Wow, have you seen the moon tonight? Yeah, incredible, right? Let me take a picture of it. Yeah, go on, but beware, it's going to be mostly AI. Why are you saying that? Let me explain. Have you ever seen one of those incredible photos of the moon taken by a high-end DSLR camera and thought, I can do that with my phone? Well, probably you can't. And here's why. An average DSLR has an APS-C sensor that's about 22.4mm wide. Your smartphone around 6.17mm. And that's without even mentioning full-frame sensor, which are bigger still. But why does that matter? A bigger sensor captures more light, and more light means better image quality, less noise, smoother bokeh effect, and way more detail, especially in low light conditions. But let's stick to our moonshot. Here's the moon taken by a Pixel 8 Pro, tripod mounted, perfectly still, best condition possible. This is the raw photo and this is the AI enhanced version. Zooming in the photos, we can see where the photo have been sharpened. AI actually sharpened even the shape of the moon that had a kind of a glowing circle around it, and the lunar craters are very visible. And if we take, for example, the details on the texture of the moon, we can see that the three semicircles on top here circled are not that present on the raw photo. And knowing that Google is not pushing too hard on AI for their photos, this is quite a shocking result. Impressive, right? You're getting an incredible shot, no expensive lenses, no telescope, no DSLR. Sounds almost like a dream, except AI might be lying to us. Back in 2023, a Reddit user, iBreakPhotos, investigated Samsung's so-called space zoom. They claimed Samsung Galaxy S series could take moon photos as detailed as DSLR. But here's the catch. He ran an experiment, downloaded a high-quality moon photo and scaled it down to 170 for 170 pixel. He blurred it with a Gaussian blur, hiding all fine detail that he could see on the photo. He displayed it on a monitor far away and make a photo of it from a distance with the Galaxy phone. And guess what? The final image had details that didn't actually exist in the blurred photo. Here we have the original video of the user on Reddit, and we can even see that he isn't lying since there is the pointer of the PC. And while zooming in and not even focusing the moon, we can see right here the result that is not what he is picturing on the screen. What's the meaning of this? The phone actually added lunar details out of thin air. Samsung was actually generating lunar texture based on pre-trained models and moon phase data. So either Samsung had the most advanced generative AI on Earth at the time, or they were fooling us. The only official explanation didn't come from Samsung US or Samsung Global. It came only from Samsung Korea. They confirmed that they trained their model on lots of moon photos, enabling their camera to recognize the moon and reconstruct its details. So with AI, their process is detect the moon when you're shooting at. They capture multiple frames of the photo you are making to actually interpolate them and make a better picture. And they apply a deep learning detail enhancement engine. The output? A bright and spectacular photo. The photo is bright, clean, high detail moon that the camera hardware alone could never reach. In short, it's not just your photo, it's your photo plus Samsung's idea of what the moon is. That was 2023. Now it's 2025, and the situation got worse. Even mid-range and budget phones now use aggressive AI pipelines. Some produce great results, and others blurry and fake-looking photos. A recent study from Microsoft AI for Good Lab actually stated that 55% of the people can't distinguish from a fake AI-generated photos from a real photos. Think about that. More than half of the time, humans are fooled by AI-generated photography. So let's compare. This is a photo taken with the DSLR Sony DSC-H400. not actually a telephoto monster, just a decent entry-level DSLR. And here is the AI-enhanced version of Pixel 8 Pro, Nothing Phone 3a Pro and Samsung S25 Ultra, all taken the same day.
It's incredible to see the little details that every AI put on their own version of the moon. We have the real moon not processed by any AI with the Sony DSC-H400 on the left, and the version with different brightness, different color for the S25 Ultra, for example, and different bright spot. For example, on the Pixel 8 Pro, in the middle we have the same 3 bright spots, even brighter with AI enhancement, while on Nothing Phone 3a Pro we have only 2 spots with the third at least less visible, and on the S24 Ultra we actually stop seeing the third bright spot. As for the lunar craters, we can see that they are pretty much the same. So we can say that overall the image that is given out of the AI processing tool is a pretty good image. The only thing that I have to say is that with AI processing we are losing all the details on the lower pole of the moon. We can see that the details of the lines that are going from the top down of the moon to the inside of the moon are a little bit defined on the DSLR, while on Pixel 8 Pro they seem like dunes, as well as Nothing Phone 3a Pro that seems like almost a desert, and on S24 Ultra it's almost not visible. So even maybe Samsung nerfed their AI to have less discussions. As for the shape of the moon, we can see that in the DSLR we have the perfectly rounded surface, while on Pixel 8 Pro with AI processing we have some dunes on the outer line, rounded form for Nothing Phone 3a Pro, and still some dunes in Samsung S24 Ultra, even less than Pixel 8 Pro, so in this particular part have been less aggressive on AI tools. It's pretty much impressive what these tools can do. In fact, on the DSLR we have the original image, and the AI version of the small form factor of the sensor inside of the phone camera, they are actually reproducing a good image, almost like the DSLR, without even knowing how to take a photo. I just took the phone, pointed and shoot without even touching anything on the Pro side.
The results? Wild. Sometimes more beautiful than reality, but definitely not the same as what the camera actually saw. On Reddit, photographers complain daily. They say it's no fun if skill is no longer involved. Take Google Pixel 10 series. It has a suggestion of poses, exposure settings, and even framing on photos when you don't know how to take a photo. For enthusiasts, this feels like cheating. For average user, it's perfect. They just want the best shot right now with zero effort to actually print the memory without even knowing how to take a photo.
This new AI approach that is being followed by company on photos can be pretty dangerous. We can take, for example, this photo. From distance it's perfect, but when you zoom in with Pixel 10 Pro XL with 104 zoom, it can't reproduce the writings really well. And this problem is even worse when we take, for example, this picture. From distance it's perfect, but when we zoom with the S25 Ultra we can really see what's written on the signs. When we zoom with the Pixel 10 Pro XL, not so much.
If AI can make a mid-range camera look like a pro camera DSLR, will companies stop pushing hardware innovation? Will they put less money into bigger sensor, better lenses, and more into computational fakery? Are we heading toward a world where every photo is part real and part hallucination? And if so, does that really matter to you? I'm Ale, and this was TechByAF. Let me know what you think. By the way, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe down here and leave a like. And I'll see you in the next one.